think you mentioned around drinking in there.
Yeah.
So you mentioned around drinking in the day and how that was like really important.
Yeah.
One of the questions you get often asked is around parents limit their child's drinking, but then they still bedwet.
Yeah.
So is that kind of you're not saying that they should limit the child's drinking in the day, it's more towards the night. What would you say for parents with that?
Yeah, I would definitely say, first of all, don't restrict the drinking too much, because strong wee can also irritate the bladder. So actually what we want is a really healthy bladder. So again, I go back to those 4 steps to a healthy bladder. What we need to do is we need to work on the drinking during the day, get the fluids in earlier in the day. So on our main bladders page, we've got a guide to how much children should be drinking. And actually, you know, if I held up my water bottle here and said, you know, how much do you think is in there? I wouldn't be able to guess. It just happens to have it marked on there. And I think a lot of us, you know, we're providing drinks, but do we actually know how much children are drinking?
And I think now as well, we give our kids bottles, don't we, all the time? You know, like probably 20 years ago, we'd give them cups and keep filling the cups, but now it's a bottle. And I know with my children, they take little sips at a time, and you've just got less control, I think, around what you don't really know. You say have a drink and they'll take a few sips, but really probably about finishing their drinks or kind of taking kind of bigger gulps of the drink is probably more beneficial. Yeah, absolutely. It's worth teaching children to finish a drink. So even if you just start off by putting a really small amount in a cup and just saying, right, we're going to finish that and then we're going to go to play, and then you can gradually increase the amount that's in the cup. It's really important, because the bladder needs to learn to stretch to hold more fluid. So if you only ever sip drinks gradually through the day, for a start you're probably not getting that much fluid, and we know that children don't really drink much when they're at school. So it's important to try and get a couple of drinks in before school, and then maybe rewards for drinking during the day at school. And it's definitely really important to focus rewards around things like that, rather than rewarding for a dry bed, because often that's beyond the child's control. So I would say reward for drinking, because that's what we really want to work on. And only stop drinking 1 hour before bed, no more than that.